Hang on. Oh, what happened here? Didn't want to hit that button. Sorry. I want to hit this button. So, hi to Mary, Lisa, and to Franny, who are not here, but who both told me that they're signed up and will be doing the replay later. So, hi, you guys. We're using hand weights. Again, hand weights are always optional. You never have to hold on to your hand weights. And if you do have hand weights, you are welcome to put them down at any time. And you're also welcome to have more than one set. So if you want to trade in and out of a heavier or lighter set, maybe I'll have a heavier set too, just see what happens. And then let's find our Pilates stance as we think about what's good in this life today. The miracle that we are here together. Like just first A, that we woke up. Inhale that in. Exhale, pull those abs in. Good. Inhale. Good. And exhale. It's okay if you felt like holding your magic circle instead of a hand weight. Oh, you have hand weights. Okay, never mind then. Good. That's it. Good. Sheila, I want you to open your elbows. So really almost hyperextend. Say your elbows are bent. You're going to really try to straighten your arms. So side view, maybe that's more clear that my arms are straight. Good. What else is good in our lives? We woke up. What else? Say that again, Suzanne. Oh, blueberry pancakes are good. I like that. One more breath here. Good. Then we're going to bend the elbows, bring the arms right up through the center, push your weight up and push your chest up to the sky. Open out into your scarecrow and then gently bring those elbows in. Unpeel out to the side slow and then rest it and do it again. So it's a bicep curl press, chest up high, elbows pull out, the ribs pull in. So we got blueberry pancakes, the fact that we woke up. Kay got her new magic circle. That's good. Anything else? You planted stargazers at the Y? No. Nice. Gorgeous. And then Kay, did you have something else you were going to add? It is a beautiful day. Oh my gosh. Did anybody watch the, we're going to keep the arms low, keep your arms low. Did anybody watch, we're rotating to your, what is this? Your right, and then back to center. And I want you to drive into your feet and lift up through the back of your spine. So instead of lifting your chest up as you rotate, it's like you have a hook back here and you're pulling that up as you rotate. Does that make sense? You'll feel your abdominals stay in. Yes. Yes, especially my friends who are good at your low backs, right? We want to keep the balance around the whole torso as you have that motion. Yeah, so I'm thinking specifically of Nara, Kay, and Suzanne giving that long hookup. Yes, good. What I was trying to say, did anybody watch the twilight last night? How the sky just glowed. So gorgeous. Good, and last one this way. Good, and then back to center and release those arms. Good. Shake it out a little bit. You should hopefully feel all those spinal muscles working, not just the ones that hold you upright, but the rotatores, the rotators. All those guys helping out. So, with the arms staying low and long, I'm just going to float my weight forward on my toes and then push the toes, let it come, bring me back. So if you are very powerful in your feet, it might push you back that you might feel like you're going to fall backwards, right? So letting yourself spread and then push back onto your heels. So I want you to do this onto your heels so that you feel yourself have to turn your abs on right away. Yeah? Yes. Yeah, good, Sheila. Right? So if I don't turn my abs on right away, I've been backwards. But when I come back here, if I turn them on, it tries to get me to go forward again. And that's the feeling I want you to have. Yeah? Good. No. That's it. Good. And one more. Good. Very nice. Now let's stay forward. Stay forward. Your heels are on the ground. You're reaching them down, right? We're all leaning into the wind like ski jumpers. Good. We're going to pull the arms back and lift the belly up. Pull the shoulder blades back. Good. Are your toes spread? Good. Now bring your arms down, but only to your hips. Exhale, pull them back up. That's it. Good. And only to your hips. You should be leaning into the wind. Good. That's it. Now, can you have that hook up your spine? Right, hook up your spine. Yes, nice, Kay, I saw that lift. Good. And one more time. Good, and then push into your toes and come back upright. So if you feel this across your low back, you might have been trying to hold yourself up from here instead of this and this. Can you see when I pull that string, this pulls in? Is that visible enough? I could try to exaggerate. Yes, good. Good, Sue. I see Sue's experimenting. Very nice. Okay. So now, those of you who are foot movers, we're going to raise up on tiptoe. We're going to add a bicep curl. And then as we lower, we're going to press the hands up. So it's just like this. So we're creating more load as we come back to earth. Why? Because I want you to hold your big toe and come down slowly, working the eccentric phase. My friends who are foot minders who do not lift up onto their toes, you have a lovely little challenge. You're going to bring your arms in, and as you press back, you're lifting your arms up. Bring them in as you float forward, and press up. So my foot minders who are keeping your feet down, one thing I want you to pay attention to is your arms are not going to be in front of you. They're right in front of your armpits. Does that make sense? So you may not go as far as you did when your arms were back. That's okay, right? You still have that foot spread. Good. Is that making sense, everybody? You should be feeling, okay, good. Everybody, anybody else? So as you, oops, where am I going? As you coming down, feeling your abs lift up, your booty turn on more. Good. One more time. Good. So you finish. We should all finish with our arms up in the air. Good. Now we're going to lower into a spine twist, slowly lifting up through the back of our head, back of our spine. Good. Scoop the abs in, bring the arms back to center. Lower into spine twist slowly. Inhale, exhale, scoop the abs in, bring the arms back overhead. Right. Open up through the collarbones. Scoop those abs in, lift overhead, spine twist. Good, scoop those abs in. Good. Can I see you guys do 2 more each way? Palms are going to be forward. So rotate your palms for me, Suzanne. That's it, Sue. Yep, Sue, you're good. Palms facing forward, so thumbs are up in this motion. Good. There you go. Good. One more. Straight arms for me, Sheila. As straight as you can get them. Good. Yeah. Because I want you to stop using your neck. Which means you're going to have to use... I know. I'm just so mean. Because I love you. Right? Cruel to be kind. So we're going to open those feet up. We'll have more big arms later, I hope, because I want to get into some more of the classical arms. We're going to sit in a squat. Pull those arms back. Find your shoulder blades. And then stand up. Nice and simple. Squat, sitting back. Oh, good. Yeah. So side view, just pulling those arms up. So you guys are regulars, so you all know to watch out for that, right? We want this opening. We don't want it to come forward. We want to keep that space open on both sides. Good. And then Nara, watch when you pull back that you don't jam down. You're going to actually let the right shoulder elevate just a hair before it pulls back. Does that make sense? Little tiny elevation and then pull back. Good. All right. Because then we're going to hold that. We've got the shoulder blades on and we're just going to pull together, open, lift up a little more. Pull together, lift up a little more. Can you shift your weight back on your heels? Pull together. Yep, shift your weight to your heels. You'll feel that seat belt turn back on, right? That nice little lift. Good. Now if you're tempted to lift your nose up, drop your chin. Make your abs stay on. The lifting of your nose makes your back turn on more. That's it. Shift the weight back. Come on, shift it back. Ooh, me too. Good, and last one. Cha. Good, all right. Round your spine forward. Let your arms hang like a gorilla. Good, and then round your spine all the way up. Oh, good, round those shoulders a little bit. Beautiful. We're gonna do a little of the skater series. Since we don't have any gliders, we're gonna step it. So stepping out to your right, we're gonna land in what looks like a side squat lunge. So remember the operative word is squat, right? If I brought this foot in, I would look like I'm in a squat, right? Good, and then we're just gonna step back to home. So imagine those of you who've been on a reformer, you're pushing the reformer out and then coming back in. That's it. Tail pulls back. Good. That's it, Kay, I saw that. Good. And tail pulls back. Good. All right, so then we're gonna add a little oblique. Bring your hands together, bringing them to the outside of that squat, and then up to your shoulder as you come up to a stand. Good. All right, so now what did we just practice? Landing in a squat and standing with that hook pulling up our backs. I'm gonna show you a side view of me doing this completely wrong. How wrong can I do this? Out to the side, right? And then bending backwards. Yeah, so we're not gonna do that. We're all gonna be nice and clean. Good. Lift up through the back. Lift up through the back. Let that hook pull you up your back. Yes! Oh my gosh, yes. Can you do one more? One more, because that was great, Sheila. Pull that string up your back of your neck. Everybody pull it up the back as you come up to that stand. Yes, Nara, better, Kay. Good, Suzanne. Yes. Sue, if it's okay with you, if you lower your screen just a little more, I can see more of your body. But if you don't want me to, that's also understandable. So cute. She goes, if you can stand it, I can stand it. All right, so other side, starting with your side squat lunge, just nice and clean, right? Just coming on out and then back up. So first working that, getting your tail back. Good. Now if you feel like you've got that nice and good, then you can add in that arm and coming up tall. But I'm gonna keep my hips for a minute because I noticed my knee is angling in every time I land. So if you notice your knee is doing the same, you'll pause like me, get your sits bone together, make your foot connect to it, and make sure you're rocking that landing, right? So here, I'm gonna turn a little more so you can see me straight on, yeah? Here's me not rocking the landing, here's me doing better. Because remember, your marker is being able to bring the other foot in and making it look like a good squat, right? So that's your self-check. Good. That's it. Good. Up tall, spine lifts, spine lifts. Good. That's it. Spine lifts. Good. Good. I think we have to do 3 more. I made you do a lot on the other side because I got excited. Good. Tail back, tail back, tail back. Good. Spine up. Good. Good. And then Sue, when you go over, make sure you get that happiness in the tail. So instead of bending at the top of the hip, pull the sits bone up and then drop it down. Yeah, that's what I want to see, that hip. Good. 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 I think we've done more than 3 more. Good. Okay. Go ahead and shake that out. All right. Feeling okay? We're going to come and roll our way down to the mat. I'm going to bring my weights with me. If you have hand weights that you have to hold onto, you can let them scoot forward a little bit, but we are going to pick them back up. Franny, we are going to be in a plank, so either you get to be in a full plank, or Franny, I'll show you an option for standing if you don't want to be on your knees, or if you don't have anything to put on your shins. So same thing with any of my foot minders. We're going to roll ourselves down nice and easy, and then take a breath and exhale, roll back up. And we'll roll 2 more times, letting yourself, opening your shoulders once you get up. That's it. Hello. Good. And one more down. Yeah, nice articulation. Nice. Good. Good. So when you're down, we'll walk out. And what you'll be doing once you get in your plank are some nice little rows. So first, pull your heels toward each other so you feel your sits bones and glutes turn on. And then you're going to pull your right elbow up, but as you do, push your left hip to your center. Well, I want you to repeat that side again. And I want you to, I'm showing you a wrong one. See how my hip just drops? Now I'm going to pull that hip to my middle and it stays more stable. I could, if I wanted, lift the other leg up. Right? Because it's pulling to the middle. So friends on rollers, same thing. You've got that under your shin. You're going to drop your hips down. So you're in that plank. Lift your abs up and push your hip to center. Yep. Try 5-ish on one side, rest, and then to the other side. Franny, if being on your knee doesn't work in either of those positions, you're going to do a kickstand, but as you lift the arm, you're going to lift the kickstand leg so that you have to work on pulling the supporting leg to your middle. Does that make sense? So see how my knee will come in? You're going to put a hand here and stabilize it. Yeah? Everybody have their plan? You can do it. You can do it. Did I say how many? Did I say 5? Okay. Then you can sit back and have a child's pose. You can do it. Will you remind me after class that I need to do the other side because I was busy explaining and didn't do any. I'll be noticing. All right, so sitting on our butts, I'm keeping my hand weights, but that's optional. Just a reminder, when we're holding the weights for a while, watch how you use your hands. I meant to say this at the beginning. So my weights are the kind that just sit. This particular weight just sits here. But as I get tired, my hand starts to do this. Can you see how it's curling out? Yeah, I know. And as women, because we have to work harder for our upper body strength, we tend to compensate with that. But then that becomes arthritis later. So I want you to make sure that you could still open the joint and have a little bend in your thumb. Yep. And if you are holding hand weights, right? Same thing. Watch that you don't keep pushing this and getting this curve here. See if you can press the thumb against the weight. Makes sense? So you keep working on your pincher skills. Okay, pincher skills. Actually, here I can change into my heavier weights. Alrighty, so arms forward, slide your legs out, dorsiflex your feet, so your heels are pushing down, roll back into C curve, or if you're a spine minder, you're in neutral, and then come back up. Good. Whew, 5 pounds is different than 3 pounds. Good. Oh, good, that's it. Good. All right. Can I see you checking on your pubic bone? Scooping that flesh in, scooping that pubic flesh in. There we go. I saw that, Suzanne. Good. Nice. And then Nara, you're going to let your right elbow tuck in and then open your right arm to the outside just a little bit. So if I give you a front-on view, you're kind of like this. You're going to tuck that elbow in and then open up. Put your shoulder back. Good. Good. All right, because then we're just going to add on a little opening as we come back. Let your eye follow that hand. Bring it forward. Other side. That's it. Pushing those heels down. Good. Good. That's it. Reach out through your arm. Reach out as much as you can. Good. One more. Reaching out, reaching out, reaching out. Holy moly, I need to put my arms down. I picked up my heavier weights and they're heavier than I thought they'd be. Okay. So I'm going to keep my heavy weights just because I want a challenge this morning. But you might want to switch into your lighters. It's up to you because we're going to do our rotation and hold, right? So we're going to open up to the side. We're going to hold it and lift the back arm up. Now there's going to be a place where you get it right over your head like this, that it's easy. You don't get to go that far, right? I want you to find the place out here where you feel yourself have to deepen your abdominals. Yep. That's it. Good. Find that spot. Good. Get your head back in line with your spine. That's better, Mark. Good. Good. All right. Take that arm up. Rotate towards your center. You're looking forward at your feet, but you're still in C curve. Take a breath. Exhale. Bring the other arm to meet it. Ooh, we're big loading now. And then all the way up tall. Good. And then bring those weights down and round forward. Good. All right. Other way. Other side. Heels pressing down, right? Get that hip stability so you get that torso. So my friends who do anything rotational, kayaking, right? Tennis, golfing, pickleball. I gotta keep pickleball in mind now because we have 2 pickleballers. Getting your hips stable allows you to work on your rotational force through your waist, right? Which will translate to upper body power. Good. Frisbee, right? Ultimate. Oh, that's tons of rotation. Holy cow. Good. And one more. Hold it up. Rotate to your center. Take a breath. Exhale. Push your heels down while you bring your other arm up. Big load. Push it up to the sky. Good. And then bring the arms in and down. And then reach for it. Good. Whew. How are we doing? Okay? Okay. So we're just going to bring the weights to our chest. Good. Roll back into our C curve. Good. Now push your weights forward and on an angle. Bring them back into your chest. Push. Good. Now as you push, can you check pubic bone, belly button, rib? Good. As you bring them back, can you really absorb it through your center and let your shoulder blades move around your back? So I'm thinking specifically of Nara and Sheila. Let your shoulder blades pull back here. You're going to have to hold your abs more. Good. That's it. Good. Good. Nice job, gang. One more. Good. Push those arms forward. You're going to lift them up as you come up. Lift, 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 lift. See if you can get them on either side of your ears. Good. Now, those of you with shoulder injuries, maybe you lift like this, and maybe it's a tiny lift from there. That's okay, because now we're going to add on. Roll back into your C curve. Good. Did you catch that? Good Lord. I'm going to my left. I'm pushing out to the left. Now rotate across center to the right. Bring it back in. Push out to the right. Rotate across center. Good. Bring it back in. That's one set. Good. Across. Bring it in. Out. Across. In. That's 2 sets. Come to center all the way up. Give yourself a reset moment. Check your shoulders. Know where your abs are. Here we go. This time I'm going to start to the right. We're doing 2 whole sets. So rotating back. I rotate to the right. Scoop my belly in. Out. Across the front. Pull it in. Stay there as you push out. Make sure that hip is down. Good. As I come across, this hip stays down. Right? Good. Push it out. That was 1 set. Now here's the second one. Bring it in. Keep both sits bones down. Out. Across. And in. Back to center. All the way up. That was 2 sets. Weights get to come down. Now reach your hands behind you. And there's that nice half boomerang moment. My spine minders, you push your hip bones forward. You can drop your head, but just watch for over rolling if your spine is not allowed to do that. Good. How are we doing? Mark's just laughing. How are we doing? Okay. Let's roll ourselves down onto our back. Oh, man, let's just stay here for a second. So when we're laying down, See if you can find your spine. Notice how cockamamie you might be laying, right? So I can feel myself, all my weight's on the right, on the left hip. Maybe yours is opposite. You want to find the abdominals on the other side and level it out. So if this is my left side, this is where all my weight is sitting. I'm going to scoop my belly in and get a little weight on the other side by using the abs, not by twisting into my back or pushing into my feet, right? Got to really make sure that comes from the abs. Once you get the hips, check your ribs. I can feel my ribs popped up, so I'm actually going to lift and lay them down a little more centered and then readjust the head, right? So if you change the ribs, you got to check your head. Good, lovely. And then you can pick up your optional hand weights. I'm going to keep my heavier ones for this motion. We're just going to exhale, push those arms up. Good. And then we're going to open the palms so they face your thigh bones and pull the elbows down wide. So you've got your elbows at 90 degrees. Good. Exhale, push those fists back up. Good. And bring them back down. Yeah. Now I love this chest work on the mat because it's just like a bench press, and you can feel the top of your arm drop back to the floor as your arm goes long. So it's super stable and strong right from the start. So once you feel that, right, that as you press up, you can feel the top of your arm and the shoulder blades, then you can add a little fascial movement. You press, let the shoulder blades shrug up, put the arm back in place, and then slowly bring the arms back down. So press, feel your arm where it is, shrug it out of that position, bring it back into that position, and then slowly resist down. Shrug, reset, bring it down, slow. So you're resisting, yeah, keeping that openness. That's it, good. Up, shrug. Good, and one more time. Up, shrug. Bring the arm back and the shoulder blade back. Good, good. Now let the palms face each other. Good, we're gonna tuck the elbows into the waist and we're gonna push those fists up to the sky, same thing. I want you to start first by noticing where your shoulder blades are. Are they hugging your ribs? Did your pelvis rock? Do you need to find your abs again? Good. Then from that close press, oops, check your elbows. Are they hugging your waist? I see elbows out to the side even though the fists are over the body. Can you hug them in? They should hug your sweaty sides. Yes, smear that sweat all up and down the side of your body. It's a good thing. Good. So now you can add in your shrug again. Let the shoulder blades separate. Pull them back together. Then control slowly as you bring the weight back in. Inhale, exhale, up. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, shoulder blades come back and arm comes back. Slow, slow return. You don't get the shrug? Is that what you said, Sue? Ah, okay. Yep, I'm going to do it standing so you can see. So pretend I'm laying down on a mat. I'm going to connect my shoulder blades into my back. I'm going to push my arms forward. Then I'm going to shrug up toward the sky. And then pull my arm back. And then pull it. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah. Good. Makes sense? Oh, good. Yeah. And so what's fun about that as we come down slow, if you pause for a rest, you might feel like, oh, I've been working my mid-back. Not just the shoulder in the front, but also the back of that shoulder. I'm going to come down and join you guys. All right. So Suzanne is asking, would this be better with a heavier weight? Because she can't feel herself push her weight up or down. She can't feel herself resist it. Yeah, it might be, right? So that's why I picked up my heavier ones to start with. But it's all relative to you. For some people, a 3 might be their heavy weight. For some people, it takes an 8 to be their heavy weight. Yeah. What's that? Today it's 5. Today it's 5. Back when we were at, what's that? Yeah. So, yeah, and it just depends on what helps you feel the motion better. That's up to you. Those are also good questions. So Kay brings up a good point, right? If you're not having your heavier weight handy, but you are not necessarily feeling the motion, that means it's on you to really connect into what your bones are doing. Feel them move. And it's less about you moving the weight than it is about you moving your bones properly. Yeah? Yeah. All right. So that's enough of those. But those are super good questions. I want you to take your weights, push your fists together. And we're going to take those long arms over your head, keeping those fists pulled together and the arms long. Inhale, pause there. Exhale, pull your ribs in and bring the weights back over your chest. So we talked about this on Wednesday. Your chest is not your belly, right? I want you to stop right here. If you get here, then whoop, gravity wants to pull them down. And with a hand weight, you're actually going to be overworking that shoulder. I'm trying to give it a little rest right here. Contract those abs and then stop once it gets right above your chest. Good. Inhale overhead. Exhale. Okay, now that's the basic simple motion. What's the rest of you doing? What happened to your hips? So see if you can use those abdominals to adjust. Good. We've got one more. And then as those arms come up, you're going to keep it above your chest, but come up into bow. And then rotate to the side, pushing forward. Bring it back above your chest, come back down. So that's why I want you to really know where your chest is. Because here we're not using the weights to help us. We lift first and then rotate to the side. God bless you. Bring it back up over the chest and then back down. Did I tell you that we're alternating? Good. Rotate to the side. Good. Back up over your chest and then down. Good. Rotate to the side. Back up over your chest. Good. And then down. Good. Let's do one more each way. Keep it up. That's it. Then rotate forward. Good. Bring it back up over your chest. You're still in that bow. And then down. Up to the sky. Then rotate back up to the sky. And then down. Nice job. Your head gets to stay down. Arms separate. And you're going to just bend your elbows. So one weight on either side of your ears. And then push straight up. Choop. Good. And down and press. Good. Now check your arm bones and your scapula. I just caught my left one completely off the ground. Nobody called me on it. I know. So see if you can keep those guys connected to the ground as you press up. You should feel your abs draw in a little more. Good. Right, so this is not just about triceps. This is about torso stabilization while the arms are in motion. If you don't have enough weight that you feel yourself needing to stabilize, and it's not handy, I want you to extra feel your ribs pull in. Notice your pelvis, right? Where does your pelvis twist as you push up? Control the bones. That's it. Good. Last two. And last one. Good. You can bend your elbows, let your hands come all the way down to the ground. Extend your legs out nice and long. Reach your arms overhead. Stretch out, open your armpits. Good. We're going to roll up to sitting. Again, spine minders, use that support. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. You can do it. You can. Good boy. Yes. Come on. That's it. You did it. You did it. Sorry. He needs the praise. He's so afraid of that dog door that when he actually uses it, it's such a win. We're going to flip on over to our front side. While we are still warmish, we are going to do our bear again. So we did bears on Wednesday. So just a reminder, you can put that roller under your shin for those of you who are foot minders or knee minders, right? People who don't want to kneel, that's totally an option. I will show you another option if neither of those work for you. So basic bear, elbows in. We're just going to tuck the toes, find your big toe, push it into the ground and lift your hips off the ground. So if you're rolled onto your pinkies, right, or toward your little third, fourth, fifth toe, that's going to feel nasty across your sacrum, right, and your low back. So really see if you can find your big toe and then open your thighs a little bit. Hold it for a breath and then bring it back down. Yeah. So again, inhale, exhale. Both legs are lifting. Yeah, both legs are off the mat. Little lift and then down. Yeah, good. Okay, Suzanne, can you make a happier tail? There you go. Now, Suzanne and Nara, both of you tuck your ribs in. Yep. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful. Good. Good. Oh, my knee people who need a different option. So for you, you're going to find a wall or a sturdy piece of furniture. Oops, let me turn this the other way. So this is, and you're going to bend your knees, pull your tail back. So I don't want you leaning heavy on your arms. You're going to pull your tail back and then see if you can pull a leg back and forward and down. So that's my knee people. Okay. How are you guys doing? Nice. So okay, now just see if you can lift your sits bones up without letting your back raise up. Yes! Good. Yeah, sits bones back up. That was good. So you got tail up and then you did something funny. Pull your tail back up and give me one more. Yes, good. And now just keep your tail up while your ribs pull in. Let's see if I can show you guys what I mean by that. So sometimes I ask you guys, you have your abs up, but your tail is tucked. Is that visible? Can you see the tuck? And then you come up here and I say, okay, now lift your tail. And you go, whoop, and you arch your back. And then I say, okay, keep that, but pull your ribs in. And you immediately tuck your tail again. So I want you to learn, I know, yes, really. So I want you to be able to feel tail up and ribs in, right? Those are two separate ends of your abdominal wall. We want to be able to train. Yeah? So Kay, Suzanne, Nara, Sheila, I couldn't see your hand. Come in for a little rest because now we're going to add on. Now that we've got the feeling, we're going to see if we can add on an itty bitty hydrant, right? So hydrant, the knee stays at 90 degrees and we just open to the side. So you from our bear, but we're going to prep with keeping our knees down first. So this is option number one, lifting out to the side and in, just like that. Okay, and here's why this is option number one. Watch my hips doing it wrong. Can you see them swinging out? Right? Here's me doing a little better. I'm going to keep this plugged to my midline. Oh, it's still hard. I'm going to have to push more. Right? And it's going to become really intense on the oblique and the hip on the other side. Yeah? So then it becomes a whole So I want you to try a couple first, knees down, and then see what happens if you lift up. You're going to have to really drive into your big toe And for some of you, if your big toe drive is really good, you'll notice, oh my gosh, it's almost easier to be up. Yeah. So on that side, Kay, give yourself a little more of that right hip pulled to your middle without tucking, right? You just, yes, good. And then those of you who are my knee friends who are not on your knees and you're not on a roller, you're the same thing here. Your weight is back. If your weight is forward, it's going to hurt your knees, so your weight's going to be back. And then you're going to scoop your belly in and lift out to the side like a dog at a hydrant, right? So straight on, same thing. I'm going to press into my foot and lift out to the side. The goal is to keep this up on this side so that I don't twist into my back. This is a no for my knee friends. Do you see how my whole hip is rotating around? No. Some combination of 6, right? Because it might take you 3 with your leg down and then 3 with your knees up. Or it might take a total of 6 just to get yourself centered. It's okay. Did you scare yourself? Good. Yes. Nice. Good, Suzanne. Good. Now, okay. Can you do one more? Watch that left shoulder. So Suzanne brings up one more layer to watch. And that's the shoulders. As we get tired, they start to round forward. So just being able to hold that openness as you add all the rest eventually allows you to do a lot more with your shoulders, right? As we work on that stability. I know, gah! All right, will you remind me again? I have 2 things I have to do on the other side. Okay, so we should be feeling all around our middles nice and happy. Nice and hot. So we're gonna come into a side plank position. Franny, I know that one of your knees doesn't like this. I think it's your right one. So I'll give you another option. I'm going to pick up my hand weight. Hand weight's optional. We're going right into a side plank with a clam. So all at once, it's pushing up with a clam and pulling down. My weight is staying up toward the sky. My shoulder blade is pulled back. Yep, so push the hips forward. Good. Now if you're like me and you're a cheater on your clam, I'm going to lift my lower heel up. So that forces me into the hip here. If I put the heel down, I'm actually driving down here into this hamstring. It's not that this isn't going to work, but I need both hips to work. So you check you. Franny, instead of coming into a full side plank on that right side, you can open up gently from here, keeping the heel down. And that should be much happier on your knee. How many have you done? How many of you guys done? Is this 4? Mark said he's done 6. I know Suzanne goes, no, it's just 3. Mark. That's what I said.
Watch the replay.
He goes, watch the replay. All right, so on your last one, those of you coming up into your plank will hold it. Those of you staying down, you'll keep your knee up and your arm up. We're gonna kick the top leg straight out. You can't see my leg, can you? Yep, so it's kicking straight out, good. And we're gonna lift it and lower the weight and then tap it down. Good, lift and tap it, good. So now we're getting that whole lat on that side. So those of you who are down here, it's the same idea, right? You've gone from this to extend, to lift, and lower, keeping your waist up. Yeah, good. One more. And then everybody's gonna hold it. Lower front, arm down, top leg back, bring it back up to the sky. Same direction, lower and lift. Good. And those of you who are up, it looks just like that. Lower and lift. Back. Good. Pull open. Make sure that shoulder blade comes back to home. And one more time. Ah, good. Put the top leg down, rotate down to the ground, reach underneath that hip, pull the elbow up, push back up to the sky. So straight arm comes down, we reach underneath the hip, bring it back up. Those of you who are down low, yours is gonna look a little different. It's up, good. Keep the arm long, look past your low elbow, scoop into the shoulder blade, lift back up. And I'm talking about this shoulder blade here. So rotate, look to the ground, look on the other side of the ground elbow, pull that shoulder blade back into place, look up. You should feel this pulling around the front of you. Good, everyone's probably got about 4 to 6-ish. You can come down and rest. Put your weight down, come down to your side. Yep, and we'll have our thoracic openers. So knees in front, I know, hip stretchers. Open, take a breath, let the shoulder blade drop to the ground, and then abs in as we rotate forward. Good. You guys, if I ever forget your particular reminder thing that I'm supposed to be remembering, please remind me. If it doesn't feel like anything I've said applies to you and you know you should be doing something different, always feel free to speak up. Good. Hi, baby boy. And one more. Open that up. Good. Pause there if you want to take your hand and press your thigh down a little more. Get a little more low back stretch. Take another breath to let the shoulder sink back to the ground a little more. Let your abs almost stretch. Kind of let them relax so you're not gripping and trying to pull yourself forward, but letting your spine have that open moment. Goodness. Good. And then we get to roll back to our side and do the same thing on the other side. So, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. He's such a big baby. No. You can do it, silly. He's so funny because in some ways he's the bravest dog I've ever met. He is not afraid. But this dog door, poor guy, he's like stymies him. He doesn't like, I don't think he doesn't like using his nose on it. He doesn't like it hurting his nose, like banging his nose. He's a sensitive little man. He's a sensitive little man. So same thing going on over here. We're going right into it. Opening the door, pushing up. And again, I'm lifting my bottom heel because I know right off the bat that I'm a cheater. And that if I don't, I'll instead push down instead of using my thigh and my hip to push up. Yeah? Does that make sense? Nara's frowning big. You can't figure out how to do what? Can you lift the bottom heel up? Yeah, and so if you're like, no, I'm not quite sure if you're lifting from the right place, lift both of your feet up and push only with the bottom leg. And that'll get you, that's a great question, Nara. And then add in your top one. Oh, and you can see, oh my gosh, how much you were still getting away with murder. Right? Murdering your good form. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Right. And that has to do, I just think, with your hip positioning in your spine. It almost pushes you into that down hip position on this. No, because you still need that hip stability. But, Nara, bring your right hip forward. So don't let it hang back. You're going to pull so if you work more on pulling your left hip under you, good. So what comes next, you guys? You don't remember? I know. Nothing, Mona. We're done. Aren't we stretching now? It's extending, right? It's extending and bringing it up. Extend and bring it up. So here, I'm still trying to wrap my lower hip under me and back. to stabilize that motion. If you're like me, watch your thigh, Kay. When you lift it up, I want you to lift it up behind you. So me and Kay both have to work on that. Yes, to get more of the glute and less of the TFL. Good, and then just remember to my knee friends, you're down here pulling and then resisting the lower phase, right? Pull and resist the lower phase. Good. Good. Last one. Good, and then we hold it and we reach forward, take the leg back, pull the shoulder blade in, come back to the side. Rotate, reach the leg back. Good, scoop in, pull the shoulder blade back into place. Good. Mark is modeling, but you can't see him, the floor version. Rotate, rotate. So he's gonna look on the other side of his elbow, right? He's gonna try to get himself to rotate and look on that back side. There he goes, good. Better, thank you for being our model. Good. And we're doing the leg too. Are you not doing your leg too? All right, so then we get to reach underneath. Reach, 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 good. Pull it back up, straight to the sky. Straight arm lowers, the abs lift, 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 lift. Good. Now if you can, you're gonna keep that leg up, right? Scoop, 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 scoop. You're decelerating, pulling across your chest and up. Good, decelerate, decelerate, decelerate. Good. That's it, get your top hip back for me, Kay. Open it up, put your left hip underneath you more. Pull your right hip back more. That's it, yeah, so that's back, and then you gotta open that one up too. You're gonna feel both of your butts turn on. Good, good. Yes, oh, my butt is burning. We can come on down and set that down. Woo, we get to have our thoracic moment. Yes. Did you open the door or did he do it? Oh, you did. And then open, exhale, relax your shoulder, close it back up. Good. And then open, exhale, relax that shoulder, and close it back up with your abs. Good. Good, and then the next one we'll hold for a moment, so we'll stay in that open position. Good, and just see if you can let your shoulder relax closer to the ground. Try not to hit your friend in the face, even if it's your imaginary friend. Good, if you want to grab onto your thigh, you can give that a little pull. Just let your shoulder drop a little more. Get a little stretch to your low back. Good. Again, see if you can let go of your abs a little so they're not going to try to hold you forward. You're going to let them go and get nice and long. Good. Yep. And then we get to roll that over. Good. All right. So I'm going to just extend myself out long and roll onto my belly. I'm going to shoot those so I can see you, because you know I got to see you. All right, single leg kick, so a little hamstring time. So fist down, pushing strong, and slightly forward on your mat. So just do that much for me. Pinkies down, push slightly forward. You should feel, you can almost see how my ribs pull in when I do that. So I'm not consciously humping up my back. It has coming from the elbows being in and pushing forward into the fists, yeah? All right, so some of you will feel that better if your hands are flat on the ground. You can do that as well, but you got to use all 10 fingers, okay? All 10 fingers. So, got that part going. Now lift your legs up off the mat, thighs off the mat. Good. We're going to bend one knee, contracting the ham, point the toe, contract it again, extend it out. Other one, bend the knee, contract, contract, extend. Thighs still up, arms still strong. Good. Contract, contract, extend. Contract, contract, extend. Again, you can see me shrinking. No, 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 no. Yeah, so you with me? We all fight for those strong arms. Upper back extension. Good. Thighs off the mat. Good. Shh, shh. Good. Let's do 2 more on each side. Give me a little more length as you stretch that leg out. Good. Yes, this is the last one on each side. Good. And then they get to rest down. We're going to take a quick little child's pose. You should feel your spinal muscles working there, as well as your arms, your pecs, your lats, your serratus, and your hams. I know, isn't that fun? That's one of those total core movements, right? Pilates, we want as much 3D all around working together. Okay, so we get to come all the way down, foreheads on the mat. Easy peasy, aiming your heels toward each other as close as is comfortable. Consciously wrapping your sits bones toward your center. And then inhale and exhale, lift those bones up, lifting the chest up. And then pause. See if you can think of that string pulling behind your collarbones, behind your nubbin on your spine, lengthening your spine away from your heels just like you did when you were standing an hour ago. And then gently lay it down. And again, inhale and exhale, lift. Good. Another breath that while you hold it right there in that baby swan, just letting that part pull away from your heels. Your hips are super stable, right? You're holding those sits bones together. Good, and then lay it down. Some of you who are really good at that might feel a fascia release up the spine or even up the jawline. Good. And one more time. Good. On this one, go ahead and press into your hands. Let your spine continuing lengthening away from your hips, right? We're not trying to force it backwards into a back bend. We're trying to get it longer away from the heels. Yeah. Good. Yes. And then lay it down. Nice. Good. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Think of that string pulling your spine away from your heels. What happens to your legs? What happens to your abs? Good. That's it. Good. Yes. And down. Good. Can we do one more? One more. Feel that length. That's it. Feel the string pull. Good. Nice. Nice job. We're going to let your arms reach forward. Actually, yeah, I think we will. We're going to take your left leg and bend it. Take your right arm out to the side. See if it can grab onto the foot so it's across your body. Let's feel that. Good. Now lift your sternum and lift that leg at the same time. You can use your left hand on the ground to help you lift a little more. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, see if you can pull that leg a little higher. Good. And then gently come on down. Good. Other hand. So now it's left hand reaching back for the bending right knee and the ankle on the right. Good. Lift the leg first and then lift your sternum up. That's it. So my foot minders, who that is too much point for your foot, feel free to just reach for the foot, or if you want to grab for your ankle and flex the foot a little bit, that's fine too. Good. That's it. Good. And then gently come on down. Good. All right, let's sit back in a child's pose. Let your knees separate a little so you can push your mat away and push yourself back toward your heels. Good. Hands over to one side. Mary Lisa, I think you can do that with your feet, right? If you can't, let me know. Franny, remember, you're going to come up onto your feet and do that standing cat that I showed you with your knees wide, and you're going to drop one shoulder and then the other. All of us come to the other side of your mat, or the other shoulder. You're standing. Press into that hand, push away. Good, and then one at each corner of the mat. Push back, scooping your belly in. Now I want you to pull your abs back. You're going to feel your hips lift a little bit by pulling your abs back. You're going to lift up into a big cat. And then those of you who are on all fours are going to drop your hips forward and lift your sternum up. Now you're in down stretch. You're going to aim your elbows at your waist, press into those fingers. Franny, you're up here. You're going to round up your spine, and then you're going to reach back and lift up. So that's Franny or anybody else who would prefer to stand. Good. Those of you standing, make sure you switch other side. Yeah, good. And then the rest of you come up to a stand whenever it is convenient for you. And then we'll all do our nice step behind arc stretch. So we'll take your, what is this? Your left foot behind, shift your weight back onto that left foot, right? We should be able to lift the front one. And we'll float those arms up and side bend to your right. Good. And then scoop your abs and reach around the world, pulling your arms away from your abs, which are going back, and then back up, and then we'll go the opposite way. Scoop your belly and pull those abs back away from those arms. That's it. Open up to the side. Get your elbow back by your ear. And then back up. Chest up high. Pull it down wide. Good. Step it out. I know. Whew. Good. Other side. So your right one behind you. Left one is back. Shift your weight onto the back foot, right? So you could lift the front one if you wanted. Arms up. Side bend to your left. Now scoop in. Pulling back. That's it. Nice. Pull those abs back. Feel the whole spine stretch. Keep pulling the abs back as you come around. Yep. Get that elbow up over your ear. And then back up. And then we reverse. Come to your side. Good. Pull those arms. Let the shoulder blades separate. Coming around. Good. Open up that elbow all the way back over your ear. Good. And then back up tall. Good. Come opening wide. Good. Let's just take the arm across. Good. If you want to give it a pull, you can. Good. Open it up. And other arm across. Look behind you. Good. And one more time across. See if you can rotate into it. So instead of just pulling the arm, let your whole spine be part of that. So I want the whole fascia chain to come and move with that. Does that make sense? So instead of just this, we're letting the whole thing move. We did so much work at different points today, stabilizing torso or stabilizing hips and moving the limbs. I want that whole chain to feel juicy. Yes? Do you feel juicy? Good. So open it up wide. Open wide. Good. Feel the goodness in your hands. Let that energy shine up into the sky and reflect right back onto your heart. Good. Pull your elbows in. Pull your ribs in. Good. Do it again. Reach out. Feel that goodness shining up and reflecting back on you. Drive into your feet a little for me. Good. Pull the elbows back in. And one more time. Oh gosh, we're running long. Holy moly, reach it out. It's okay. Still got time for some goodness. Reach it out. Good. And pull it back in. And all the way down. Whew! You guys, nice work today. Yes. Good job. Very good. Hopefully you feel strong and worked and mobile. Like not strong and stuck, but strong and mobile. Yes. Like you could do one of these. Thank you. Yes, you guys, happy 4th. Yes, I will have class on Monday because the fireworks don't start till the nighttime. So I'll be here if you will be here. Yeah. Yeah? All right, thanks, Sue. Right, all around the middle. Good, I'm glad you did. What? Yeah, right. But you know, we was talking about this on the client. We kind of learn on sloped spirals like this. So we learn it, and then we learn something new, and then we have to come back and touchstone it, right? So you just keep adding and adding. So nice job, you guys. Good job. Yeah, you are very welcome. If you have any questions, please send them to me. Anybody? I have to run because I didn't realize how late we were running. So I'll see you. Bye.